What's up, everybody? Welcome to Monday Night Nitro. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes for some people to show up here. How's everybody doing? It's Monday night, and of course, you know, I did a lot of RCing this week. I've got a couple things here on the table. I'm going to discuss it with you. It's going to be super fun. Everything here is fun. Trust me, it's going to be fun. Alright guys, it looks like the chat is starting to have some people in it. I want to welcome everybody. Let me give a special shout out to the Nitro Gang. What's up, Nitro Gang? First person here. We got the Baby Convertible. What's up, bro? We got Go Fast RC, Bob's RC. We got Physic, Paul Pochi. What's up, my dude? It's all my favorite fans. We got KGM 5512 right here. He's been listening to a Nitro Gang and making those HPI purchases at their old prices. As you guys know, HPI had a crazy price hike recently, but don't worry, we're gonna talk all about it. We got Dominic Hernandez, NWO. That's right, baby, Nitro World Order. It doesn't matter the amount of lipos they could stick in a modern Arma. All that matters is the T-Maxx 2-speed, baby. The world's fastest 10-scale Nitro Stadium truck. I think some of you might know what this is. Put in the comments if you know what this is. I purposely have it a little bit hidden here. The world's fastest 10-scale Nitro monster truck, baby. Who's gonna get it in the chat here? Let's see, who's gonna get it? We got someone saying 2-speed, baby. Baby, I appreciate that. NWO for life. Oh, we got someone here in Romania. Zero says it's 3 a.m. for us in Romania, but I'm still up for the Nitro Gang. Man, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. Let me move this a little bit to the side here. It's going to be a lot of interesting things here, guys. I've also dug up another old RC magazine. I don't think I've ever showed this one in a video ever before. This is from, let's see, March 2004. And you know, it's going to have a lot of Nitro stuff in there. In fact, I already have a couple indexes here. We're going to take a look at it in a little bit. Oh, we got someone saying 3-speed, baby. We got KGM 5512 saying Schumacher Menace. That's right, bro. This, right here. I posted a couple clips of this in my recent videos. This is the Schumacher Menace 21. Also known as the world's fastest 1/10 scale. Well, I guess they call it stadium truck, but really this is called a truck in those time frames. It runs, the engine is great. We're going to talk about it in a little bit, but there's always a problem whenever you're trying to run any vintage Nitro RC. And guess what? This one is no different. I ran into a massive problem. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's put it back here. Ugh. The body's a little, whatever. Don't matter about the body. Bodies don't even matter. We got someone saying, where's T-Maxx Tony at? Well, it looks like T-Maxx Tony's on vacation. You know, after I broke his T-Maxx, rather I should say an X-Maxx drove over me and destroyed it. T-Maxx Tony's been a little bit pissed and he said, you know what? I need a break. I'm gonna see you later, bro. You better take care of my T-Maxx, but don't worry. Because you know what happened. You know what happened, everybody. These are the suspension parts that the X-Maxx destroyed when it drove over my T-Maxx here, basically at top speed. But it's replaced, it's fixed, and there will be a video on this situation, let's say. Let's look at some of these comments over here. What we got? Someone saying, yes, yes, if it don't have a gas tank, I'd say no thanks. I like that comment, man. I cannot disagree. That is the truth right there. We got Snoopy's RC. You should come meet me. We could have some fun. I won the Menace if you can get another one. Man, I'll tell you this. I'm going to talk about the Nitro Menace here in a little bit. It's one of those RCs where you basically have to have 3 of them in order to be able to run one. That's kind of just like the situation whenever you're running such a relatively specialized Nitro monster truck. The other day, I was on eBay looking for parts. Yeah, and I know, I just showed it. It looks ideal, but guess what? I need parts. That's just all there is to it. William Macker says, HPI rules. Got mine last Christmas, $4.79, man. I'm glad I did. Yeah, okay. So the title to this video, you know, I have like recent HPI price hike. So let's talk about the crazy price hike that HPI has had. And I read the comments in that video, guys. And let me tell you, I don't know. I don't agree with some of the statements. A lot of people seem to think that it really is due to shipping. Man, somehow they think that HPI has had a 44% price increase on the Savage due to shipping. I'm sorry, but that's just not reality, because you would expect to see that similar increase in other products. And we just have not seen it. So that's just not reality. Some people say it's because of inflation. Well, you don't have 44% inflation on one single product overnight. It just does not happen. This is not a World War II Germany, you know, rather I should say not Germany, World War II Great Britain, when the Germans dropped a whole bunch of fake pound notes on the streets and they had hyperinflation overnight. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? You guys know your history? The Nitro Gang loves history. Put in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. Hyperinflation in World War II. Overnight, 400% increase. I don't think we're at that point right now, though. Okay. We got, yes, Physics saying 44% too much. Yeah, they went crazy, man. I got lucky. I purchased the old Savage. The original price, so it was like $4.99 minus $30 coupon, so $4.70. Great deal. But, you know, $719, it's a little crazy. But, of course, you can get a $30 coupon, and there's no tax. So it's still under $700. We got Nitro Gang for life. That's right, babe. That's right. Nitro Gang for life forever, no matter what. We got Will saying, did you all see the price of glow plugs has gone up around $9 to $10? Yeah, man. Glow plugs, they're crazy. I'll tell you this, man. Even running like the rich tune that I normally run, I've almost never had to replace a glow plug. Now, sometimes I will, you know, look at them. Well, I shouldn't say sometimes. Always, I'll examine the glow plug from any used Nitro I get. If it lights up, it lights up. It's fine. If it doesn't, well, obviously you have to replace it. That's just one of those things. Oh, we got Nitro Gang Mike over here. He's in the house. T-Maxx Mike is here. What's up, bro? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Guys, Nitro Gang member Mike over here actually has this exact RC I have in the box here. So this will be its own video. I was just a little bit excited to kind of just get this in the mail the other day. You know, that's what I've been spending money on from my sponsor. And if any of you are curious who my sponsor is, it's also known as my day job. That's right. So everything I say, sponsored by myself, and therefore I'm sponsored by my day job. So I am not going to be promoting armors on this channel. No matter what, I am not going to tell you get a small, cheap toy grade crawler and go crawling, because it's fun. It's not fun, okay? I've been watching a lot of these YouTube channels. I'm subscribed to like some people, and it seems like all of the bigger YouTubers, man, they're really loving those like toy grade crawler, mud RCs, whatever. That's not what this channel is about. We're about yelling 2-speed baby on discontinued, you know, well, I shouldn't say discontinued, on Traxxas T-Maxxes, Schumacher Nitro Menaces over here. We got a Ducati Nitro motorcycle. We have a green cold pressed juice. I'm gonna drink this right now. Very thirsty. It's pretty much hot in this room. All right, I'm gonna drink some nice cold pressed juice right here. All right, guys, did you like my rant about these terrible toy grade RCs that are sponsored by all these suckers online, and then they're telling you, oh, make sure you go get them, they're so great. Even though when you used to watch their old content, I'm not talking about me, I'm not gonna say who it is, they used to have a lot of Nitro content, and now it's all basically going towards what they could sell to you. Well, it ain't gonna work. I don't want to sell you this T-Maxx. Don't ask me to buy it. You can't have it. Don't ask to buy anything here. You can't have it. And this Nitro motorcycle is not mine, so definitely don't ask to buy it. We got Jerry Turner here saying HPI for life. That's right, my dude, HPI for life, no matter what. We got Brandon Windsor, Jado Gang. Yeah, man, you gotta love that JATO. I gotta tell you, I drive that thing at least like once a week. It starts fine. Now that I did the brake swap, you know, where I reversed the brake cam, thanks to another Nitro Gang member that recommended it, thing is a killer. I just gotta get myself, well, I don't mean myself, I just gotta find that Arma, take him out. You know what I'm saying? Nitro Gang member Mike here says, we gotta get those TC3 going. That's right, so Mike and I, we both have the original Nitro TC3. Mine has a 2-speed, baby. Mike, yours, yeah, yours I think has a 2-speed also. So yours works, but mine I gotta restore it still. Okay, what do we got over here? Oh, Brandon Windsor is saying, your video made the JATO Nation page on Facebook for the brake fix. Dude, honestly, could somebody send me that? Like, I'm not a member of like a lot of these YouTube, I'm sorry, I'm not a member of a lot of these Facebook groups. I'm basically only a member of my own group, the Nitro Gang, because one time I posted a comment of, you know, well, my own video in like the Nitro Enthusiast page, and they deleted it. And then they told me not to post my own videos. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna stand for that. That's when I revolted. That's when I started making my own group. I understand if I posted how to make the perfect grilled cheese sandwich in that group, maybe they should ban me, but not for posting some awesome Nitro content. Okay, what we got? Guys, I'm sweating bullets over here. It's bad. I don't know if I should be flipping the pages of this awesome vintage RC magazine. All right. Got a lot of fans here in the chat. I want to say thank you all for being here. Monday Night Nitro is here again. I don't know how long this will be, you know, going for, because I'll be honest with you, it seems like these live streams are drawing from my main views, but it really doesn't matter. Since I'm sponsored by my day job, I can do whatever I want. All right. Got a little bit of juice left over here. All right, we got, oh man, Just Trash It Official. What's up, my dude? One of my fans watches all my videos. Someone is asking, Ryan Hardison is asking, I was just curious as to how the silicone earplugs work for your center diff. I haven't done any center diff, you know, mods so far, but I probably will be anytime I break in, I would say, the HPI Trophy Truggy. Okay. So first, I want to give you guys an update on this T-Maxx. So I already recorded a video on this T-Maxx. For those of you that don't know, this T-Maxx is famous for having an X-Maxx drive over it from the back. It blew out my suspension arms, and I was pretty much disabled for a while. So I guess you could say, you know, I can't say this on video, but the X-Maxx, it has something coming for it. I've repaired it, I've restored it, and I just tested this thing out today, and let me tell you, the 2-speed, it shifts perfect. In fact, every single 2-speed I have shifts perfect. We got someone saying, what do you think about those 4-cylinder, oh man, I lost this, 4-cylinder nitros. To be honest with you, they're hella expensive. There really is just no purpose. I mean, you can make a 4-cylinder pancake if you wanted to. I'm not sure if you could, but you probably could make a 4-cylinder pancake. The fact of the matter is, this T-Maxx Destroyer Edition is enough. Single-cylinder nitro, baby, that's all you want. You know, when you start adding more cylinders, you get, like, extreme cost. You have extreme complexity. And, you know, that's a lot of stuff where, like, if you have a lot of spare time to work on that kind of stuff, you could. And, you know, a lot of YouTubers lately, they're putting in, like, those Toyan, I guess they're called, those Chinese engines into crawlers. Let me just be honest with you. They're doing that so you guys buy those engines because the affiliate links on them provide very good commission. That's all there is to it. They're not interested in running, like, you know, 2-cylinder Toyan engine crawlers. It's just nonsense. They're not. You know, the reason you don't see me doing that is because I don't care, okay? I only care about the 2-speed baby in this, running stock and destroying electrics. That's all that matters. Someone's saying, NWO, max headroom for president. Hell yeah, Mikey Mike. What's up, my dude? What's up? Thanks for stopping by and being here. Yeah. You know what really kind of like bothers me? We have my friend, the Sweaty Potato Mayo RC, in the chat here. He recently picked himself up a T-Maxx like this, just as I recommended. And he likes it, but of course, you know, he got it used. There's bound to be a few problems, you know, like a clutch, no big deal. And, you know, some of my most like popular questions and comments on the T-Maxx is like, what do you got to upgrade? Is the connecting rod bad? People be breaking connecting rods all the time. The connecting rod, oh my God. So let me tell you right now, I own a whole bunch of 3.3 engines. I have never broken a single connecting rod in my life. It has never happened. And in fact, I've never purchased a new T-Maxx. This one was donated to me. It was like over 10 years old when I got it. You know, I do everything with it. Connecting rod's fine. You gotta replace it, it's not even that expensive. Like, what is the big deal with the connecting rods? It's like a lot of misinformation, you know, people not doing their own first-hand research at all. And you gotta realize a lot of like the obvious nonsense comments that are for the Traxxas brand, a lot of them are like from beginners. So it's expected that you're gonna have a learning curve. You know, a lot of times they don't break things in correctly, or they'll overheat their engine, or they don't break them in at all. And then they're like, oh man, this product is bad. It's just trash. It's not good. That's, once again, just not reality. I've broken in a lot of nitros for my friends. I have never had a failure of any kind at all. It has never happened. Let's look at some of these comments. NWO, Nitro for Life from Puerto Rico. What's up, Edwin Morales? Thanks, my dude, for being here. William Macker says, still have two Offna Monster Pirates and a Thunder Tiger EB4. Love them. But HPI Savages rule. I own 5. Guys, I said to invest in a Savage a while ago. In fact, I've been saying to buy used nitros for ever since before COVID hit, to be honest with you, because I saw the trend. I saw them going up. I saw the new Traxxas, well, nitro models getting discontinued. And I saw the writing on the wall. I analyzed it, and I told you to invest in nitro. That's what you should have done. Let's see. Tony Detwiller says, it's the Conrad design. It's why they failed. The older Traxxas engines are okay. The new ones are junk. You know, I don't know. Maybe I just have a bunch of old ones. I don't know. To me, a 3.3 is a 3.3. It doesn't even matter. I've never had a single failure. And even if it does fail, like, it's a $30 replacement part. It doesn't justify replacing the whole engine because people think it's bad. It's not bad. It's quite alright. Oh, we got Cracked 3DRC. What's up, Nitro Gang? We got Benjamin Martinez in the house. Ben is in the house. What's up, my dude? By the way, guys, Benjamin Martinez in the chat right here. This is his Nitro motorcycle. He's pretty much the man. What can I tell you? Okay, you know what? Let's take a look at this magazine for a second before we look at some of these other things going on here. I have one tab here. Unfortunately, right here, I'm gonna try to hold it up for you guys. This is the electric version of this Ducati motorcycle, guys. Unfortunately, I don't think I could find a Nitro model, one of these, but it's cool to see exactly what it is in a magazine, in my opinion, you know? Pretty cool. There's some other tabs here. We'll get to them when we get to them. Let's see what else we got in the house here. We got Sir Felt himself telling me he's gonna come race some nitros with me at my local RC track. Man, nothing would make me happier. You know, you guys want to come RC? In fact, a lot of people, I invite them all the time. It's like a public track. I don't own it. It doesn't sponsor me. I don't sponsor it. I go there, yell 2-speed baby, go buy some juice, Chinese food, and go home. That's what I do. All right. Let's see. Yeah, the Sweaty Potato Mayor. Read his comment, guys. He goes, you have helped me so much in the nitro business. Dynamite 19 coming for the T-Maxx. Yeah, that's right. So, but you know, he bought a used T-Maxx, probably just wasn't well taken care of. And the problem he's having on his 3.3 is very common. And it's usually due to a worn engine. So the engine starts up fine. And then after about 5 or some minutes, when it heats up, it just shuts off. That's an obvious sign of like compression loss and engine wear. Nothing you could do about that. Oh, Dana Chakroralaya. Sorry, man, I butchered your name. Says, my roommate hates my nitro. Time to get rid of him. Get rid of him, destroy him. Tell him the NWO, we're gonna come for him. I'm just kidding. We could all get along. We could all get along. Let's see what we got. All right. So, what do you guys want me to talk about? I'm gonna give you an option right now. There's 3 things here on the table. We're gonna cover all of them no matter what. That's why I have them on the table, right? You think I enjoy sitting like this, constantly bending like this? No, I don't like it. But I like to have what I'm talking about in the video, so later on, people like Kevin Talbot doesn't call me a clickbaiter. Which in fact, if some of you know, he called me a damn clickbaiter. I just don't know. My thumbnails are pictures from the video. How could that possibly even qualify for the definition of clickbait? It just doesn't work. Okay. I'm just looking at some of these comments, guys. Will says, hybrid help my T-Maxx, won't stop overheating, not the tune. Man, I wish I could help you, but the thing is, like, there's, if you guys notice, I really don't talk a lot about tuning in the videos, because almost all of it is just trial and error type stuff. I'll be honest with you, about 90% of what I would say probably wouldn't help you, because it's one of those things where it's highly specific. There's so many variables that you could have, like based on where you're running. You run in tall grass. I see someone here saying you're running in tall grass. That could be it, you know. Normally, when you're running your motors, the videos, they're edited. So don't think it's constantly non-stop speed passes. In reality, if you want to preserve your engine for a long time period, what you want to do is you want to do a couple passes, you know, come back, idle for like 10 seconds. Let the system kind of like cool down a little bit. Then you can keep going again. You know, in like videos that you watch, a lot of people won't tell you this, but you know, people think you take it out of the box, boom, you go bash it. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay. Yeah, someone's asking me about my feud with Kevin Talbot. So yeah, so there was a giant feud. You know, I basically watched one of his videos. It was a thumbnail, and he pictured a brand new Traxxas Rustler, I think at the time. It just the Rustler 4x4 going into a brick wall, and it said 50 miles per hour. I watched the video. There was no brick wall. There was no 50 miles per hour. It's pure clickbait. The thumbnail was fabricated. I talked about it in my RC10 GT videos. If you guys want to look them up, you'll see. Just search on my channel RC10 GT or like restoration, something like that. You'll see it, man. And then he came back at me and called me a clickbaiter. You know, that's just the guy, man. It's just not worth arguing with him. It just, you know, I just couldn't do it. All right. By the way, I have tons of screenshots, you know, with him calling me names. He called me publicly using my real name in his videos, called me out. I asked him to do a live video debate where I could confront him. He said no. Then he got his friends to gang up on me. And then he blocked me from his channel from responding to hater comments about me. You know what? That's just not like the American spirit. That's not freedom of speech. That's just silly. It's not right. Yeah, I got a lot of people saying he's a chump. The thing is, you know, he's a business guy. He's not an RC guy. What do you expect? Although I didn't expect for him to just totally try to destroy a small channel like mine. Honestly, that is not like in the spirit of best interest for the hobby at all. In fact, his friend, there's like a bunch of them, you know, one guy that I tried to give diet advice to, but he got angry at me, kind of as a joke. And another chick that does videos for him, I'm not going to say it because she'll probably try to destroy me again. For some reason, they really hate me. Yeah, they basically publicly made fun of me. I don't care. I actually kind of enjoyed it. It was funny. You know, to be made fun of by Kevin Talbot, I thought it was kind of interesting. I even played the clip on my own channel, in my own video. But then he really went deep, man. He started sending me like these hate mail things, calling me a narcissist. He did some kind of like spy program where he told me my views are shit, they're terrible, I'm jealous of him. Not jealous of nobody. Do you guys think when you're yelling 2-speed baby with a vintage T-Maxx that I'm not trying to sell to anybody, that I'm jealous? Give me a break. Give me a break. Jealous. Kevin Talbot's jealous of me. I'm kidding. He ain't jealous of nobody. He's a successful dude. But the thing is, like, he's not an actual RC guy. If you look at like his earlier videos, you'll notice he constantly keeps plugging his eBay deals. You know, where he keeps trying to sell you these eBay programs that are gonna make you like an eBay seller and get rich, make $100,000, blah blah blah. The thing is, that concept has been around for a long time. It's called buy low, sell high. You know, that's how you get rich. You buy low, you sell high, that's your profit. You don't need people to tell you that in eBay videos. I'm sorry. It's just not how it works. All right. I'm going to stop ranting about him. Right. Okay, so enough about him. If I wanted to bash him, I have all the screenshots. If you guys want me to post them in a Nitro Gang group, I will. I'll do it. I don't care. The guy wrote it to me. It's public content. It's all saved. You know, I recorded some great videos about him actually, but I decided not to publish him because like this guy, nobody could beat him. It's like trying to have a conversation with a flat earther. There's just some facts that people will not accept. You know, like the earth is not flat. And there's nothing you can do to get past it. They think that it's a conspiracy, but the reality is, what is the gain in people thinking the earth is flat? There's no gain. There is no conspiracy. It's just not it. All right, I'm gonna shut up about him. Okay, so the T-Maxx, I talked about it. It's repaired. I yelled 2-speed baby with it today. It's the best truck ever. Get one. You're not gonna be disappointed. Oh yeah, before I stop talking about the T-Maxx, the thing is, I'll be honest with you, it seems like a lot of people don't know that the 2.5 and the 3.3 are completely different. So this 3.3 chassis is extended. It's also highly reinforced. And it is nowhere close to the durability of the 2.5 classic model. It just isn't. This is what they call Revo spec diffs, drive shafts, all that. Revo spec, baby. Okay, and it's good. So, you know, if you look up like people saying T-Maxxes suck, they break all the time. The original ones, yeah, they broke all the time. Okay, bulkheads were bad, the diffs were bad, the drive shafts were bad. The modern 3.3 model, the extended chassis, it's completely different, okay? It's reinforced, it has skid plates. Actually, under these skid plates, there's metal reinforcing parts. I'm not sure what the real name is. Whatever, let's put this to the side now. All right, guys. And now, let me read some of these comments while I hold the Schumacher Nitro Menace over here. Because it's just so nice to look at, right? And by the way, this is an original Schumacher Ford F-150 body to this thing. Not from this exact truck, but for this model. This is original. Unfortunately, I don't have the stickers. I just don't know why. Okay. Was a good 21 off-road engine. What's a good, someone's asking, what's a good 21 off-road engine? Man, just get yourself a Dynamite .21, call it a day. They're cheap. You know, you're not gonna have problems. Just it'll be fine. We got someone saying T-Maxx is the greatest RC ever. That's right. It truly is, man. The T-Maxx for life, gang, right here. Okay, what else we got? Okay, so this Schumacher. I will be doing videos on this, but there's just one major problem. I ran it the other day, and I knew this was a problem, but I'm going to remove the body now, and I'll show you guys. It might be tough to see here. If you take a look at the suspension, right in the front, right? Take a look at, like, the symmetry of the shocks and suspension arms. Do you guys see it's a little bit crooked there in the front? I mean, I know it's crooked because I looked at it up close. So Sergio M's, he's saying, I remember the video when you bought that. Okay, so actually I have two of these right now. The one that I bought initially in Hoboken, 50 bucks, this is not the one. I just took the body from it. This one was donated to me by a member of the Nitro Gang, Oscar. He knows who he is, so I really appreciate it. Basically, it runs, everything you see is how it was. I just had to, you know, put in my own radio, stuff like that. So the problem is, let me see if I can do this. It's kind of tough to see. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see it. The drive shaft. Do you notice the drive shaft is like wobbling around? It's not in the drive, out drive. Okay. So it seems that this car was in a collision and it was obviously poorly repaired. If you take a close look at the two drive diff cups, right, going out of the differential, you'll notice they're both different lengths. Hopefully you guys could see this. So this one on this side, I'm pointing to it, is shorter. And the problem is the dog bone pops out. So since the dog bone pops out, I'm like, okay, well, I have a choice at this point. Hunt down parts for a 20-year-old vintage Schumacher, which is just, it's not an option, because in this case, you would have to buy a whole other one, right? I don't want to buy a whole other one. And the other option was, okay, well, I could just make it rear-wheel drive. You know, so I'm like, let me remove the drive shafts in the front. The problem is, they're CVDs. So in a CVD, the actual axle that is attached to your nut here, it's part of also the dog bone, right? That goes to the diff out drive. Now you can remove it. It's a little finicky there, but like it's like very tiny little screws you got to remove. You can make it happen, but it's a little bit of extra work. So what I have going on now is basically I cannot convert this to a two-wheel drive setup as it is right now, without removing some of the CVD parts. And those CVD, or universal drives, or whatever you want to call them, universal drive shafts, they're very finicky. They have very little hex screws or Allen screws. And this is a very rare nitro truck from like the early 2000s. You don't want to have to strip them. It's just not going to be good. Also, there's a couple extra holes drilled right over here in the front shock tower. These are carbon shock towers. I don't think they're carbon fiber. They're just carbon. Maybe they're carbon fiber. I don't know. It doesn't look to be woven carbon fiber. If anybody knows, you could let me know. So someone is saying, can you put a longer outdrive cup on? So ideally, I would need the identical outdrive cup. Now, you know, to mess around with stuff like this, it is not easy. This is not a Traxxas, guys. This is a Schumacher. You know, this is no Traxxas here. We got a whole bunch of front end damage. Clearly, it was just assembled incorrectly, and it's also crooked. And obviously, the outdrive cup was damaged. So now I'm stuck with, although I did yell 3-speed baby. You know, the 3-speed in this right here, these white Durling gears, they did shift. So the 3-speed works, baby, no problem. But once again, just doing like a test drive on something like this, you see this wheel just free spins. It's not even connected to the outdrive cup. On any kind of suspension movement, it just pops out. There's nothing I could do. So this is just one of those issues that you have on older RCs, you know, parts. Okay, so let's get rid of this one for now. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's not get rid of it yet. I wanted to show you guys the title of this video, right? I have world's fastest 10th scale truck. Well, where did I get that from? Did I make that up? I don't make anything up. I'm not a clickbaiter like some people. Okay, so check this out. This is where it's from. You see this ad right here? It says Menace 21, the world's fastest 1/10 truck. That's right. At the time, this was actually the world's fastest 1/10 truck. I don't think they had like the term monster truck or whatever. They just called it all trucks. What else do I find interesting here? So, oh yeah, this is pretty interesting actually. We have prices. On the bottom here, we have two models. So we have the ARTR, which is like the pre-built, and the ready to run. So the ready to run is 500 bucks. You know what? For such, I guess you could say a rare RC, that's actually not that much. How much was the almost ready to run? Okay, so it was 429. So without radio, 429, you know, and I think you got a lot for the money, you know, to be honest with you. At the time, you know, this was a .21 big block Thunder Tiger motor. You know, only like the Savage at the time and some of the competitors had big blocks. Of course, buggies also. But you also had this like a drill start. They called it, I forgot what they called. Not electric start, not a roto start. Well, roto start is like, basically they're all just, you use some rotary tool to start it. You could use a drill. I use a drill for this. If you watch my older video, you'll see that I use just a drill. And that's it, like a hex piece. And that's it, guys. Basically, you have the world's fastest 10 scale nitro truck right here. Okay, let's I'm gonna put this to the side and take a look at some of the comments. And then, you know what? I am going to start this right now on this video. Well, I don't mean right now. I'm going to start this in the video. There's a lot of history behind this. It's actually, I'm going to call this the worst HPI ever made. Many of you might not even know what this is, but I do. So we'll talk about this in a little bit and why it sucks. Even though it doesn't look like it sucks. It looks great, right? But it sucks, actually. All right, let's take a look at the comments. Where's my juice? Juice is right here. We got something. Oh yeah, Integrity RC says, I still own a 1-to-1 scale of the Menace. Boston T says, love that RC bike. What's up, man? How you doing? Oh man, you've been watching a lot of my videos recently. I'm glad you were able to make the live stream, actually. It's pretty hard for me to respond to like a lot of the comments sometimes, but I do my best. I want you guys to know. Joe Mama says, twin motor truck. He's referring to the Offner Twin Titan. It's actually about 10 feet away from me right now, but I'm not going to get it because I don't want to leave you guys hanging right here. And I'm kind of lazy. All right, NWO, baby. Hermino Perez. Let's see, what else we got? Someone is saying, what speed can that RC go? So, the one I just showed, I think they're claimed to do about 70. Yeah, 70 miles per hour. So it was pretty significant. Okay. Is that Toke R says, is that Ducati? Yes, this is a Ducati. You know what? I'm going to show it to you in a little bit. Okay, so I guess I'll show it to you. I recently did a couple videos on this. They just haven't come out yet. So this is a Thunder Tiger Ducati Nitro motorcycle, guys. A very, very rare. There were like a couple on eBay I saw, but they go for, you know, huge, huge money. This is a .12 Thunder Tiger Nitro motor. We have the same kind of drill start system as the Schumacher, because they both basically use Thunder Tiger motors, so it's kind of the same. This is the way the steering works. There's a servo under the rider and it steers like this. Very, very cool, actually. In the back we have a real dual exhaust, so it's modeled to look like, obviously the pipe is, you know, as it would be in a real motorcycle. Sometimes they're on the side. We have a swing arm. Oh man, this is hard to hold. A swing arm monoshock suspension in the back going on here. So if I go like this, you could see that the wheel is moving, right? It's a monoshock swing arm suspension. Some people upgrade this to a longer swing arm design, but you know, this is just factory stock. In terms of brakes, we're using a single disc brake here. So just how you would have like on a bicycle, there's a metal cord here, goes to a servo, boom, there you go. Very cool design. You know, making a nitro motorcycle it is not a piece of cake. I will be driving this in a video soon, and you will see how I actually got this. Once again, it's not mine. Okay, let's put this back on its stand here. All right. What else we got? The Integrity RC says, chain driven is my favorite part. I know, man. It's all about those chains, you know? Whether it's Allison chains or motorcycle chains or the Primal MT chain drive, there's a lot of chains in this house. Brandon Windsor says, are parts still available for those? You know, if you get lucky and find them on eBay, yes. But brand new, clearly no. So these manufacturers don't make parts for discontinued items. They just don't. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys under this body, and you'll understand why I'm calling this the worst HPI ever made. But don't get me wrong, just because I'm calling it the worst HPI ever made doesn't make me not like it. Okay, I still like it because it has some cool features, so to say. Woogie Nitro says 1/8 scale bike. These are 1/5 scale, I'm pretty sure, maybe 1/4, I don't know. But in the bike scales, I'm pretty sure this is a 1/5 scale that they're considered. Oh, we got Go Fast RC. When are you going to destroy more stuff with your Duraminator? So recently he's referring to the video where I drove over a Windows laptop with the 80-pound Primal MT Duraminator. And that was a great video. You know, I'm going to find more Windows laptops and I will take them out every single chance I get. You know why? Because Windows has been pissing me off for years. That's all there is to it. There was actually like a debate I was engaging in with one of the viewers in that video, and he was telling me, man, Windows is great, Apple sucks because Apple, like, the right to repair, you know, they're really blocking you from the right to repair your laptop. And his argument was, sooner or later, man, you won't even be able to repair your Nitro RC car. Those two things do not go together. People don't buy computers thinking they're going to repair them, or they want the ability to repair them just because they can. The fact is, a Windows lifespan of the Windows system lifespan is significantly shorter than the average Apple product. And people buying Apple products are not interested in repairing them. They're just not. You know, the argument is bad. Let's see. Oh yeah, Crack Through DRC. The Duraminator video was nice to see. Haven't seen that truck in a while. Yeah, man, unfortunately, like, I think if you saw towards the end, the shock, I broke one of the shocks in the front. I'm actually kind of pissed about it. I haven't removed the shock cover yet because I was saving that for a video. So hopefully it's just like, probably the shock piston popped out. Hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully it just unscrewed somehow, because I do not want to have to replace those shocks. So what happened was, I think I took a jump going backwards and reverse, because that thing is the only fit scale to have reverse. And I probably didn't land it too well, and I don't know, maybe the geometry of taking a jump in reverse maybe cracked the shock. I don't know. All I know is the shock oil was all out. It is not good news, guys. Go watch that video. It's pretty fun. I destroyed a Windows laptop, okay? Some people didn't like it, but dude, why not? Like, what else is there to do? Like, take an RC, go crawling very slow and try to sell them? No, I'm not doing that. I'm going to destroy Windows laptops. Let's look at the comments. You guys have something to say? I'll probably read it if I see it. Crack 3DRC says, I seen a video, maybe Botogel, that had that same issue. Yeah, maybe. You know, I'll take a look at the shock. It's probably my own fault. I'll be honest with you. I even said in the video, I should have installed shock limiting straps. But then again, you know, those kind of trucks, they're simulating the actual Monster Jam trucks, and suspension travel is completely different than in like a regular RC. You know, we're talking 80 pounds. You know, when something's that heavy and you're taking jumps, you have a lot of forces, and no matter how strong parts are, eventually they're gonna give. Let's see what we got. Yeah, someone saying, Mighty Mike saying, you need travel limiters on the Primal. Yeah, that's basically what I expected. Okay. Yep, we got Just Trash It Official agreeing with me with my Apple ideas right here. Is telling me his 06 iMac boots faster. And that's just true, man. I don't know what it is. Like, honestly, I've dealt with this for a long time. People saying, oh, but you can't game on a Mac. So what? Don't be a loser. Don't game on a Mac. What can I tell you? Don't game. You know what you should do? Run Nitro. It's much better. Okay. So this magazine, should I flip through it randomly, see what we get? I don't know. This is an old magazine. I don't even know what's going to be in it. So I'm going to flip through it, see what we get. Okay, first page I landed on. Well, actually, let me look at it myself. Okay, wow. I like it. I like it. This is the Yokomo GT4, baby. I almost bought this brand new when it was out. The original Yokomo GT4 Plus. They were like 300 bucks. It was a .18 2-speed, ready to run, 10th scale touring car. Look how cool that is. Tell me it's not cool. It's freaking cool. I think years after this, the HPI R40 looked very similar to this, but the R40 is unattainable at this point. Yokomo GT4, baby. That's what it's all about. You'll be lucky to find one of these on eBay these days. Should I flip again? Tell me in the comments. You guys want me to flip again? A random page? Should I do it? I might do it. Okay. I'm going to do it right here. I'm going to look at the camera and do it. Okay, there we go. What the hell is that? Oh, yeah, okay. We got an ad for the Venom speed meter. Yeah, the Venom speed meter. So it looks like they're running a nitro, of course, because this is an old RC magazine. Chances are when you flip to anything, you're going to get a nitro. So I actually had the Venom temp gauge, I think, back when they came out. They were this cool green design, and it was like the first kind of telemetry system that you could buy that was easy and like self-contained. Just, you know, you had temperature and stuff like that. But some also had speed, but it had to be calibrated to like the tire size and stuff like that. Let's flip again. Oh, I don't know what the hell that is. Okay, well, no, hold on. Let's flip again. Okay, so we got some nitro how-to stuff. So fixing the one-way bearing and fixing some pull start issues. Highly possible. I did this a lot years ago. Let's flip again. Oh yeah, I am happy about this. I am happy. Let's see. What do you think it's gonna be? It's gonna be a Traxxas Nitro Rad, baby. That's right. This is the original 2-speed baby, the Nitro monster truck that pretty much made RC more accessible, I would say. I wouldn't say it's the best. It's not the best, but it made it more attainable, more attractive. And you got to keep in mind, the original T-Maxx, they sold in like the high 300s when they were new. And it really was one of the only 2-speed reverse nitro ready-to-runs with an electric start system. It really wasn't anything else other than that. And if you're going to say, well, they sucked, this, that, what else did you have at the time? You had like electrics that ran, you know, 1500 milliamp hour capacity NiCad packs. That's what I was running, 1500 packs, guys. So basically for the first 3 to 4 minutes, you had okay power, and then it would just like go down like this, and then eventually no power. It wasn't like a low voltage cutoff type of thing. So electrics at the time, unless you were running very, very good like matched Sanyo cells, then you like soldered your battery bars. You had like you know, Dean's super, I think they were called wet noodle wires. Yeah, I know my electric RC history too, guys. I used to solder all that stuff too. If you know the Dean's wet noodle wires, you'll know what I'm talking about. Let's see what we got over here. T-Maxxes are badass. Andrew says T-Maxxes are badass, and I don't even like Traxxas. You know what? Like, great statement. The thing is, like, how could you not like Traxxas? You know, a lot of people say that to me, but like, what other option for nitro currently is there? There's no other option. And personally, for me, there's just no other option in terms of like reality, because Traxxas is really the only brand that has adequate part support. You know, so I was talking about repairing that green T-Maxx, and I'll show in the video the parts that I got for it. I got all 8 suspension arms. I didn't need 8, but I got all 8 brand new, 4 upper and 4 lower for $10. Okay, 8 suspension arms for $10. You can't beat those prices, and I just don't see how you could hate Traxxas. They have good part support. They're available. They're as fast as any other nitro monster truck. They're not slower. They're not less reliable. Like, if anybody could point out why a T-Maxx 3.3 is bad, I will like to see that argument. In fact, I'm reading the comments right now. I want somebody to put why the T-Maxx 3.3 is bad, and I'll give my own best realistic criticism of that statement. You know, not mean or nothing like that. Let's see if anybody got anything to say. Someone's talking about Red Cat part support. Let's see. Anyone in the comments talking about... So there's a little bit of a delay, I would say like 20 seconds in between when I see the comments and when you guys are like, you know, when I'm speaking. So far, no one's saying anything about the T-Maxx at all. yeah, we got Nitro Freak saying, most complain about the rods failing. They break easy, real easy. I'm reading the negative comments on Traxxas. The T-Maxx is bad because Traxxas bakes bad motors. Yeah, then someone saying I have nothing bad to say about T-Maxx, I have 3 of them. My dude, Brian Baker, my dude. Yeah. Okay, so I'll address some of those comments, or, you know, let's move the camera a little closer. All right. So I'll address some of those comments. Mostly they have to do with, before I answer, Ryan is saying, what year is that magazine? This is March 2004. Basically the golden age of Nitro, from like 2000 to 2010. Okay, so the Traxxas Nitro motors are bad. That's the most common statement I'm getting. And, you know, I'm not being mean or nothing. We're just having a logical, you know, Nitro discussion, so to say. I'll even have like a live debate with somebody if you guys want to talk about it. We could do like a devil's advocate type of thing on this. You know, how are they bad? They're fuel efficient. I've never broken a connecting rod. I've never had a loss of significant compression ever. I just don't see how they're bad. You know, those elements have never happened to me. Someone's saying, what speed can that blue car go, baby? Okay, baby, this car is super slow. It's toy grade. I would say at most maybe 10 miles an hour. It's bad, but it's good looking, and I'll talk about this in a little bit. Right now, we're talking about Traxxas haters. Okay. Yeah, so once again, guys, I appreciate all your comments. You know, this is not mean. I actually appreciate, you know, a lot of this, because there's a lot of misinformation. And once again, a lot of this is based on my experience. And you got to keep in mind, a lot of people run them really lean and they destroy them. And I said this many times already. So the carbs are bad. I don't know, man. My carbs are all fine. I never had a single issue with the carb. It just never happened. You know, is it like statistically just me? Somehow I'm like the Traxxas king. Nothing bad ever happened. So Traxxas engine on the hybrids watch over here. Does the NWO somehow have a holy connection with Traxxas? No, no. It just has to do with user error. A lot of it is user error. And you know how there's like a saying, you have one bad experience, that experience, you know, you tell everybody, oh, it's bad, that company screwed me. You have 10 good experiences and you keep it to yourself. So once again, it's just not reality. Let's see. In terms of like, I guess some people say, okay, fine, the Traxxas are slow. I mean, speed test wise, all Nitro monster trucks, with the exception of the Savage XL 3-speed, they're basically the same exact speed. No matter what you do, you're gonna be at about 42 to 43 miles per hour if you're lucky. If you're lucky. On a rich tune, you're gonna be, if you're lucky, at 40. You know, I've driven my MGT 8.0 many times. That thing is a low RPM motor. It's a helicopter motor. It has a lot of torque, but it's a low RPM motor. Okay, let's see. Did I address some of the Traxxas comments here? And some people say, I just don't... Oh yeah, Rock and Coop says, I just don't like Traxxas Nitros. I appreciate your statement, bro. You know, give me something to talk about. You know, thanks so much. The thing is, like, what is there not to like? If you like Nitro, it's my opinion, you like all Nitro. You know, what is there not to like? Like, you have to name a specific characteristic of what you don't like and then name something that is better, you know, for that segment. It's like me saying, I don't like green eggs on ham, and that's it. That's right, I don't like green eggs on ham, guys. Anybody like green eggs on ham? Let me know. Okay. Oh, Mark Mancino is in the house right here, MGT 8.0. By the way, guys, Mark Mancino, he there's a video where he donated that MGT 8.0 to me, and I repaired it. It took me like pretty much about a year or two to get it running. But it's kicking some butt right now. Let's see, what else we got? Yeah, I mean, honestly, I could talk about like irrational Traxxas hater comments for a very long time, and almost nobody will have like actual, good evidence or ideas why they're bad, because in order for something to be good or bad, you have to have like a reference range, right? It's like an experiment. Bad compared to what? It can't just be bad. You know, green eggs and ham, it's bad. Why? Because eggs are not supposed to be green. Okay, the ham is fine. I hope you guys understand that joke. Oh, Mark Mancino says, I agree, Traxxas is a great brand. I think a lot of people can't get over their lawsuits with Arma and HPI. Yeah, you know, this is like, I've talked about their lawsuits many times, and people have said, man, Traxxas, they're killing this hobby, they're bad. Oh, they did that. The thing is, like, that's just consumerism. We're all members of the system. And if you don't think you are a member of the system, don't use electricity, don't drive cars, don't wear clothes, don't wear socks, don't eat food sold in stores. Because if you do any of those things, you're basically an end user of a system that is just purely based on capitalism. That's all there is to it. People will say, oh, Traxxas sucks, they're a corporate bully. The thing is, like, you know, we've given like corporations this like third person image saying that they're bad. But the thing is, like, they're run by board of directors. They have a CEO, they have a president. There are people running these companies. If anyone is bad, it's the greed of the people. And guess what? Basically, it's humanity in general, because business does what's best for business. You know, you ever watch wrestling, Vince McMahon? He does what's best for business. And, it, you know, it's a joke also, but that's a reality. You know, how was a lot of infrastructure in America built? The railroads, the oil companies, the telephone companies. You know, they had monopolies until they were forced to deregulate. That's just the reality. You know, I can't say they're bad because they did what's best for business, because that's just not a reality. Okay. What else have we got? All right. Kwan Bill says Yokomo GT4 was badass too. Yeah, dude, did you see? I just showed the GT4 in this magazine. You know what? I'm gonna flip again, just because I feel. Oh man, same page. We got the same. Good shit. We got. Man, this is. Oh, here we go, baby. Finally, the MGT has come home to the Nitro Gang's channel. This is the MGT. Which one? 4.6, I think. Yeah, it must be the 4.6. Let me check. I don't want to be wrong. Oh, ready to run? No, this is... No, okay, so this is still the AE.21. This was like the first version of the MGT, the Monster GT. Pretty much a kick-ass monster truck. There will be a video featuring the 4.6 on my channel soon. So it's going to be pretty great. We got... Oh, Miguel Gonzalez says, Hybrid, I got that Fly Sky transmitter you recommended. I'm happy for you, man. Trust me, just get Fly Sky. It'll be fine. You know, it's cheap, it's reliable, it's good. We got... what else we got going on here in the chat? Yeah, Nitro Freak says they're making money as any company would. Oh, referring to Traxxas. Exactly. Like, how are you going to hate on a company whose mission is to make money? That's the only mission that a company has, is to get more market share and get more money. You know, you get more market share, you get more money by getting more market share. They go together. Like, how are you going to hate on that? It doesn't make any sense. You know, once again, you have to present like some other competitor company. You know, I could easily say, listen, HPI, and this is a little bit of a rant here, you know, I could easily say, listen, HPI copied the design. They took a position knowing that they could jeopardize their own business positions. They did this willingly. Trust me, these guys, companies like that, they have analysts. They know what their competitors are doing. When they're designing something and they see that they're infringing on a patent, and they do it anyway, you gotta really tell yourself, man, why did they do that? Just carelessness. Maybe those, you know, the board of directors just wanted to whatever. We don't know. Thing is, Traxxas is not the only one to blame here. You have companies that make decisions knowing that something could transpire. It's just not good. It's like if I showed up to the RC track with you know, with my T-Maxx, which I do, and then I race an X-Maxx, there's always a chance that they'll drive over you, in which case they drove over me. And guess what? I had to come home and repair suspension arbs. That's the chance that I took. It's the position that I made at the time. All right. Yeah, Nitro Freak says people talk Nitro Freak says people talk crap about Traxxas, but if you owned it, you wouldn't talk smack. Period. Exactly. There's nothing bad. There's nothing bad. And like the subjective ideas that people have about connecting rods, they're not even relevant. You know, once again, it's user error. You know, why does Traxxas put so much oil in their fuel? And they do put a lot of oil. I think it's about 16 to 17%. If anybody knows, correct me in the chat here. It's because they understand that people are gonna not do braking properly. They're gonna run lean. They're gonna overheat. So they're putting in a little extra oil into their fuel to compensate for the noobs. That's all there is to it. It's a company that is catering towards the first nitro experience, so to say. That's how they got popular. And there's nothing wrong with that. Each product has its position in the market. That's just how it is. You know, you can't hate on them because they're bad. They're not bad. You know, if they're bad, you have to prove it, and I'll counter-argument you. Okay, enough with the talking about the Traxxas, okay? Because this will never end. Right, let's move on to this right here. As I said, I will do another video on this fully. I actually have a video on this already. This is, oh man, terrible radio. Let me get it to the side. This is the HPI Dash, guys. The box is beat up, of course, but I got this on eBay. You know, what do you expect? So I'll do a better video on this later. This is what they call a, well, I don't want to say they didn't call it anything. What I call a toy grade RC. So these came out in the year 2000. They were about $120 brand new. And the benefit was, let me take it out of the box. What was the benefit? You know, when you look at it, it looks like any other, you know, HPI RS4 of the time, right? You guys like the way this thing looks? Tell me in the comments. This was just another RS4. It had the same kind of wheels, you know, same X-Pattern style tires as the regular RS4, except this was marketed and named at kids. So if you were a kid, you know, and your kid was like, man, buy me an RC, and you didn't want to buy him like a $300, you know, HPI RS4 that you had to probably build and they would smack it anyway, you would buy them something that looked just like your RS4. But then it was easy, it was slow, and it was cheap, but it looked exactly the same. Kids don't know, they're kids, you know? Okay, so this is the Porsche 911 body. Honestly, one of the best, I think the 911, whatever. I'm not really a Porsche fan, but you gotta admit, this is a great looking body. Very good paint job. Proportions are identical to the regular RS4 of the time, and of course any other 10 scale nitro from this brand. Let's remove the body pins here. This one is so hard to remove. This is fully original, guys. Fully original. I actually have 2 of these at this point. Okay, so once I remove the body, and you know what? Before I remove the body, I'm gonna do a little bit of a surprise. I'm gonna turn on this radio. So this is the radio it came with. It's a translucent piece of crap. How do I turn this on? Let's turn this on. Okay, so the radio, yeah, it's on. Basically, this car uses a 2-in-1 combination ESC receiver. Okay, so you cannot run it without this radio. And there are 3 channel positions. So if you have like 3 different ones, you could just change frequency and you can run up to 3 models, you know, together. Pretty cool, because like, you know, if you have a couple of these for kids or whatever, it's not a bad idea. All right, I am going to turn it on. I'm not going to show you the chassis right now because you guys are going to laugh. I don't want nobody laughing. Okay, so it's on. Watch the steering. Look at that. Are you ready for this? I'm going to move the steering wheel. Whoa, what the hell is that? Yeah, this is what you call terrible steering. Yeah, and it's like glitchy. And it's non-proportional. You see that? Yeah, that's what we get. So this is not like an actual servo steering system. This is like those WPLs that came out long ago. They just had a left or right and that's it. It's kind of like a switch. What about the throttle? I'm gonna press the gas. Check this out. Oh yeah, baby. Zoom in. Reverse. All right, that's what we got. So this is a brushed motor. I am now going to look at a couple comments and then I'll remove the body. Just cause you know, I like reading stuff. Let's see what we got over here. Someone's saying, Ryan, though, that's like the Walmart brand RC. You could say that, but this is still an HPI. So yeah, okay. So it looks like I was a Radio Shack kid, so I can't complain. Yeah, someone's saying exactly, like when we were all kids, you know, it don't even matter. This would have been like a holy RC for me if I was a kid. Let's remove the body here and I'll show you guys. But a lot of people don't even know that this was a thing from HPI. You know, let's, here we go, here we go. Right. So this is what it actually looks like, I know. You know, who's disappointed? Put in the chat. You guys disappointed? I'm pretty disappointed, but it doesn't matter. It's an HPI, baby. So the bottom is flat. You know, it's basically toy grade. That's what it is. It does have front independent shocks, but they're not oil-filled shocks, and they're pretty terrible. But, you know, compared to like a Toys R Us RC, this would have seemed like state of the art if you were like under 10 years old. You know, at those times. Today, kids, it's completely different. But back then, even this would have been like, holy moly, the body posts are adjustable. Oh my God, we got chrome wheels. Holy moly, that's cool. The rear has, I forgot what these are called. It's like a, it's not a monoshock system, but whatever. Basically, kind of like a floating thing like this. Similar to the Tamiya lunchbox systems, where the whole rear chassis moves up and down. You know, like this, left and right. So, not independent suspension. And we do have a diff, actually. So if I hold one wheel and spin the other one, we do have an actual diff. The entire motor unit is housed over here. So you can see through this little air vent. There is a smaller, I think a 360 size motor. And the electronics, which are 2-in-1, are over here. The battery system, there's a battery door right here. And I just charged it before. Let me open it up for you. Let me open it, guys. So this is the battery. Are you ready? This is true vintage stuff going on right here. Oh, how you get this out? Okay, so we got giant Tamiya connectors, of course. Tamiya for life, baby. And this is an HPI Racing 1300 milliamp hour capacity pack. So this is what people ran. You know, honestly, 13 is very low. Usually like 1500 is where it started. Then it went to like 18 and 2000. You know, today people are running like at least 5,000 capacity light posts. Well, this is what you ran back then. 1300, 7.2 volt. Nightcat, baby. You just stuck this thing in here. How you do this? Okay, it's hard to do it when you're doing a video. Stuck it in, charge it up, and you were off, man. You know, this was state of the art for kids of the time frame. So once again, the steering. You see what I'm talking about? Yeah, there's something wrong with this radio also. It does drive, actually. Like, I drove it. So the other cost-cutting feature here, the tires. So these are HPI X pattern tires, which they're pretty much famous for. I remember my first HPI RTR3 had them. But notice, they're not glued to the wheel, so I could easily just lift the rubber from the rim, and there's also no foam inside. So these are what's known as pneumatic tires. It is what it is. But for a kid, you know, foam, no foam, who cares? You just want it to go. You know, when you're a kid, that's all you want to do. But pretty cool RC. I did not pay much. I'll give more details on this in a video soon. And, you know, this is an electric, but it's an HPI, so I care about it. That's all I'm gonna say. And I still like it, no matter what. HPI for life, baby, no matter what. Raise the prices or not. Okay, we're gonna put it over here. Yeah. Oh, it looks a little weird. Okay, let's take a minute to read some of these comments, and I think we're going to come to a close on the Monday Night Nitro over here. Let's see. Who's talking about RC in here? Do a speed run, yo. I will be running this outside soon, but right now, you know, it's kind of dark outside already. Someone is Go Fast RC saying, do you still have that first gen E-Maxx? The answer is yes, I do have the E-Maxx. I will never get rid of the first generation 3906 E-Maxx because it has the 2-speed baby. They call it shift on the fly. I don't really want to call it a 2-speed because it's actually a high and low gear range, and you could shift it from the remote. Oh yeah, look at that power steering. We got power steering in this HPI. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Who knows? Doesn't matter. Let's see. I'm going to read a couple comments and probably go in a couple minutes, guys. Oh, 12th Man RC and Hobbies. What's up, man? I'm glad you're here. I don't know if I saw your comments before, but thanks for stopping by. He goes, hold on, what is it? Better than my first Walmart RC. Well, that's for sure, bro. Like this, if you were a kid compared to like a toy store remote control car, this would have blown you away. I mean, it's just great looking. And when you're a kid, you really don't understand like the driving dynamics. You're not really looking to go fast. Most of the time, you're just driving in your house. So it really didn't matter. But unfortunately, this did not succeed at all for HPI, and they were fairly unpopular, and they were cut in a couple of years. Honestly, I'm surprised why. Maybe because like the people that were buying hobby grade RCs, like they wound up buying hobby grade RCs for their kids, you know. Oh, we got Mark Mancino saying, now that the Savage is overpriced, what do you think about the Hobao Hyper MT? Well, I was going to buy the Hobao Hyper MT, but I did not because it's just a Savage clone, which is not bad. You know, being a Savage clone is actually a good thing, you know, because it's great. Savage is great. Savage for life, you know. But the Hobao, like once again, you're gonna run into part problems. There's just no point. I just don't see it. You're better off at this point finding a used Savage. And, you know, even though HPI did have a crazy price hike, the good thing is, the upside is, and I wrote this in the comments to that video, is you will have part support for the near future. You know, there still will be people buying the $700 something Savage. There still will be. It doesn't matter. There's always going to be people buying it because they want it, and that just, you know, $200 extra is not going to stop them. Well, don't get me wrong. You know, I'm talking about it as more of like a news kind of segment, in my opinion, and I'm a very like budget-oriented buyer because I prefer just to have more rather than to have less, right? Kind of just like capitalism. It's always better to have more than less. That's just how it works. Let's see. Oh, we got Paul Pochi. He says, I got some info from my HPI buddy about price hike. Dude, put it in the comments. I'm gonna read it. Tell us, Paul, what is the info about the HPI price hike? We all want to know, especially me. Well, what is it? By the way, how come we got 4 dislikes, four thumbs down? What is this, the Armor Gang in here? Who told the Armor Gang to show up? I didn't invite them. 4 thumbs down. You know what? I don't care. Up, down, doesn't matter. Nitro Gang for life. Let's see, I'm still waiting for Paul Pochi's comment here about the information from HPI. Someone is saying, 12th Man RC and Hobby says, they just need a boost to get going. Maybe the prices will come down once they release a few RCs. It's possible, but the likelihood is they really just don't care about the Nitro segment because like the cars that are being made, they're the old outgoing models from like the 2016. So there's nothing new. Okay, so now Paul Pochi is saying, he wrote back, they were selling out stock first. Now they're making them fresh. Right, so he's saying that the ones that were sold before were the old stock, and now they're making new ones, so they're more money. It's possible, I don't know. Man, honestly, that kind of would make sense, because like when I unboxed my Savage on video, I later talked about how like one side of the box was discolored, and the other side was completely different color orange. So it looked like the box was set out in like the elements for a long time and exposed to sunlight. So that would fade colors. Highly possible. Who knows? Do I care? What do we got going on here? So people here talking about the Hobeo Nitro cage. William Macker says the Hobeo Nitro cage, don't forget off the Nitro 30 is awesome. Yeah, that is true. That is a cool car, but once again, I just don't see myself getting it unless it's substantially cheaper, which really it isn't. Nitro is the glory. Bob's RC. What's up, my dude? Okay, we got other people here talking about, let's see. Yeah, heard the Jay-Z says, bro, I gotta scroll up, man. Chat going too fast. He says, bro, let's talk about nitro fuel we've been using. What you think? Yeah, okay, yeah, we could talk about fuel, no problem. So, at this point, I run only the Bones Brew, 30% nitro, 10% oil, only because it's cheap, it's reliable, and, you know, it comes in cool-looking quarts. It doesn't even matter. I used to think only Byron was the best, and I still do think it is the best, but you run what you get. And, you know, in terms of like the tune, I would say going from 20 to 30% nitro for me personally, I just wound up having to like richen it by 3/4 of a turn. The end result, you're gonna get basically the same performance. That's all there is to it. There are other fuel companies available, some Backyard Basher, whatever, I don't know. For me, I just buy the 12 quarts, which is 3 gallons at bonesmotorsports.com, Bones Brew, whatever, Google it. Bones Fuel, you'll find it. You know, they're not my sponsor. My day job is my sponsor, so I really don't care where you buy it. And, you know, you get no tax and you get no shipping if you buy 12 quarts. So for me, about 3 gallons lasts a year, right? And that's like with me giving 1 or 2 quarts to somebody else, just for like, you know, generally. So yeah, y'all heard Jay-Z saying, where can we get that Bones online? So unfortunately right now, I don't know how to tell you, but Google Bones Nitro Fuel, and you'll see like the Bones Motorsports something. Someone will put it in the comments here. Or maybe I'll eventually respond to one of your comments, but I can't do it during the stream. But it's you'll see it. So 12th Man RC and Hobby says, so with the Jado brake flip, it almost looked like in the video that when you hit the throttle, it was engaging the brake also. Was that an issue? So no, that's not the issue, because that brake cam, when you hit the throttle, it goes the other way. So it doesn't engage the brakes. So I know it looks like it, but no. Because when the cam swings the other direction, it doesn't engage the brakes. Okay. So a lot of people here talking about the Jado for life, baby. That's right. Dana Chalakla, sorry man, Chekrala says, I like my TLR 4.0. It's a great truggy. Yeah, you can't beat it. It's a race truggy. Oh, we got Pyro Tony over here asking a serious Nitro Gang question. This is going to be a serious one, guys. He goes, Pyro Tony says, what's the best engine for the Terra Crusher? Bro, let me put my Nitro thinking cap on. So those are just small block side exhaust engines, you know. It really depends if you want to maintain that stock electric start. I think at the time, most people would just put on like the OS engines on those. Correct me if I'm wrong, those have like the short SG shafts, not the pilot shafts that regular modern nitro engines have. So you're gonna run into like a problem with a proper small block side exhaust, because today pretty much no side exhaust small block engines exist other than the HPI G3.0. There may be some other ones from like, you know, HSP and Exceed and whatever, VRX type of stuff. But yeah, I'm not an expert in that because I never replaced an engine in a Terra Crusher in my life. Miguel Gonzalez says, glad I didn't go TLR. Okay, so we got Just Trash It Official says, gas or nitro pros and cons video. So that will be like a video that will be highly subjective, because each have pros, each have cons. Just like, you know, whether you decide to order chicken and broccoli for lunch tomorrow or chicken lo mein. Each has a pro and a con. For me, I might get a burger. So now I'm presented with a completely different set of pros and cons, right? Man, protein matters. I'm just kidding. So, you know, I'll say this. The gas RCs, like when I'm getting ready to go, they're heavy. They require, like, you know, you got to carry them out. Like, I have stuff in like different levels, got to put it in the car. You're kind of tired. By the time you get there, you're like, oh, you're moving all this stuff. You got to put the seats down in the car. It's a bigger, heavier RC. Nitro, it's different. You could pretty much take them. You're not tired. You can run it, whatever. You cannot run it, whatever. With like the gas, you also have a lot of liability. Like, you need to make sure that the kill switch is top notch. The battery pack is charged. You don't want to have a runaway. There could be significant property damage or just, you know, worse damage than that. It's not good. With a Nitro, it's a lot safer because it's smaller, it's lots less liability. Oftentimes, the biggest hurdle in Nitro is just getting the motor to run. But then it's basically, it's pretty steady. What do you guys think about that answer? Does that make sense to you? Put it in the comments now if you think my idea of like gas versus nitros is relatively okay. Of course, you know, some are cheaper to run. The gas is overall cheaper to run in terms of fuel, but there's other downsides that come with it. You know, I once had a runaway and I've still yet to talk about it on video, but I'm still pissed at myself for letting that happen. So yeah, Jake Rutshaw says gas is not as agile as nitro. Yeah, they're completely different, you know. It's completely different. You know, when you're running a gas RC, there's a lot of risk. You know, anything could happen. You could, you know, they're heavier. You could have a stripped servo, which happened to me. It just... Okay, so official Gen Sports says, what is the lamest nitro you ever had? Is that a trick question? Because that sounds like a trick question, bro. No nitro is lame. I will tell you, I mean, honestly, I can't come up with a single nitro that I hated. It doesn't even matter. Like, even the worst ones possible, I will tell you probably what the worst one is based on like cost and features. I will tell you, but I won't say I hate it. I don't hate any nitro. I will say it was the Tower Hobbies ST15. Anybody know what that is? It was like an old two-wheel drive stadium truck from Tower Hobbies. It was, for the specs, it was terrible, but I had a lot of fun with it. I would love to own it again, and I actually miss it. But in terms of specs and speed and performance, it was terrible. Let's see what else we got. Exactly, Nitro Freak says, no such thing as a lame nitro. That's right, my bro. There really isn't ever a lame nitro. There's nitros that you just, you know, can't tune or they have problems, but if they're okay, they're all great. That's just the end of the story. You know, no one's gonna get a Nitro Gang with a trick question like that over here. Oh, I see. So Dan, one that does not run. So I never had a nitro that does not run. It just doesn't happen. You know, I mainly only buy complete nitros, so they always run. Chances are the motor is seized and people, you know, they think it's bad. It's over. You got to replace it. But usually it's just user error. They don't feel like restoring them or cleaning the motors out. But once you clean it out, you find that it basically runs like a brand new motor because the owner hasn't had a chance to destroy it yet. Kind of in your best interest. I see someone says the Smart Tech Nitro. Mighty Mike says Smart Tech Nitro suck. You know what? Today, if you look up like Smart Tech on eBay, if you can find one, they go for a lot of money. So for the specs and for the clone status of the time, they were terrible. Parts support, they were terrible. But compared to any non-nitro, they were fantastic. Okay, but there are factors that yes are not good. Let's see. I'm gonna read a couple more comments and then I myself will sign out because Hulk Hogan is probably gonna stop by later. Him and I, we're gonna go get some Chipotle. And we're going to party with the NWO, the Nitro Gang. Yeah, Dana Chocorella says, joking hybrid. Yeah, Mark Mancino, because every Nitro has character, unlike an electric. Exactly, like, I'll never, that's a good question. Like, I'll never be able to find a Nitro I hate. It's just not going to happen. I'll be able to find like, you know, a well, no, I also can't find any Chinese food I hate either. Well, maybe the lobster sauce. I hate the lobster sauce. Yeah, okay. All right. We got oh, Pyro Tony says, I have a Terra Crusher with a big block I got, and it strips the spur. Oh, I see what you're talking about. So you're the person that asked about the Terra Crusher engine. So it looks like you have the big block. So I'll tell you right now, when I had the Terra Crusher years ago, I installed the New Era big block conversion kit. It was cool, but it was the worst move I ever made. I should have kept it stock. It was not great after that. I don't know, it was like too much power, it was temperamental, and I was kind of a noob. So, you know, keeping those cars stock, they were slow, but man, I love the original Terra Crusher. And I still have one today. Let's see what else we got. Someone is, Jerry R asks, what's your favorite RC monster truck? Bro, that one's very easy. Unfortunately, I threw it a little bit further away from me right now, but it's the T-Maxx, baby. The T-Maxx 3.3 is probably my go-to favorite, #1 top choice ever, no matter what. Because it's fast enough, it's 2-speed, it doesn't have reverse, it has already the factory forward-only conversion already installed. It's a nice size. The 3.3 is fuel efficient. You can run 4AA batteries in it. The steering servo is fine. Radio's fine. Parts support super cheap, all around parts everywhere, easy to work on. And I just don't see any downsides to a T-Maxx. Here we have 12th Man RC and Hobby says T-Maxx. Exactly. There's no downsides. Woogie Nitro says LST XXL. Yeah, so the LST is very cool. I've had a couple LSTs on this channel, but you know, once again, I wouldn't consider a discontinued truck like that to be a top contender for actual daily usage, because any disaster, you're done. You know, look at me. I showed up, got driven over by an X-Maxx. He didn't even take me out to lunch first before he did me in the back, so to say. If you know what I'm talking about, that South Park reference. I'm actually going to be putting that in a video soon. And I wasn't even upset, you know. Broke 2 suspension arms right here, right? Suspension arms, hinge pins busted, $10. Replaced them all. Boom. T-Maxx is kicking butt today, no problem. Like, would I have raced an X-Maxx with a low-C LST? No, definitely not. It would have been bad. Like, if he drove over me and destroyed that, it would have been not good. Oh, we got Jake Rutshaw says, I like any Nitro monster truck that isn't broke right now. That's a very good point, bro. I like that. You're the man, bro. I like that. All right. Okay, guys. I think that's about it. I am going to call it a day. Might drive this around the house a little bit. You know, do a little bit of a rear-wheel drive. What the hell was that? It got locked. It got locked in full reverse. Might do a little bit of drifting right now in the house just because I feel like it. It's a pretty cool RC. It's a toy grade HPI, but I think every brand has the hell it's doing. It's doing random throttle acceleration and so on. Every brand has tried to, you know, get more market share. Some have failed. Some have not failed. This probably a failure. But it doesn't matter. It's an HPI, baby. If I ever want to use this body on an RS4, I can. That's the benefit. You have yourself a nice Porsche body right over here. Tell me that's not a very nice looking color. It's nice. All right. Oh, Tiger RC South Park, baby. That's right. He knows what I'm talking about. Took me out from the back without even offering to take me to dinner first. Unbelievable. X-Maxx. Can't trust him. Well, we got Pyro Tony. All I know is be careful from buying any nitros from Facebook. Well, I'll tell you this, man. I've never purchased anything from Facebook because, like, why would you? Like, why would an actual seller not choose eBay to list things? Like, why would they not do that? There's really only one reason. Possibility of scamming someone. It's much harder on eBay to scam someone because PayPal, they got you back. You know, you're really putting yourself out there by making deals off of like third-party, unprotected situations like Facebook. There's just no point. You know, in fact, in like my group in the Nitro Gang, someone told me to delete a person because they were known to be a, I guess like a scammer. So and by the way, guys, if you're not in the Nitro Gang, which is my group on Facebook, I'm the moderator, I'm the creator. I post my own videos, I respond to whoever. We have a good time, and feel free to make the occasional and or daily Arma joke. No one is ever gonna tell you that Arma is king, because it's not gonna happen in that group. And nobody is ever gonna delete your posts unless, of course, they're terrible. We got thanks Hybrid for keeping Nitro alive. My pleasure, dude. This is what I'm here for. Yes, 12th Man RC and Hobby says Facebook could be more local, then you can get scammed if you meet in person. Yes, meet in person. Likelihood of getting scammed is very low, unless of course you get robbed. Well, then it's not good, but it's unlikely. All right, guys, that's it. I am going to sign off. I got stuff to do. Gotta drift this around my house a little bit, you know, and tomorrow I gotta get back to my sponsor, also known as my day job, in which case I'll use my sponsor money to buy more nitros, because that is what the Nitro Gang does. We don't tell you that driving terrible, slow, toy grade crawlers is fun. It's not fun. Yelling 2-speed baby, that's where the fun is. All right, guys, I might stay a little bit in the chat. See you later. I gotta figure out how to turn this live stream off. I'm not a electronics expert, okay? I'm just a Nitro Gang expert.